Everyone in SEO says updating your content will help your content rank better, but what exactly should we be updating? The title, the target keyword, the angle, the entire content? Let's not guess. Today, I want to share with you a method to update your content based on your actual Search Console data and the data from your competitors' pages. Let's go. So using just one simple prompt with a custom skill, we were able to identify why the page isn't ranking well, the missed opportunities for the page, and exactly what to improve on the page. Now, what we did here was not free. I have to be transparent. You can try using the free Claude desktop, but we recommend having the lowest paid plan of Claude, and you will need a connection with Data for SEO MCP that comes with a $1 free trial. It is not a free tool, it is a paid tool, but you can pay as you use, and a connection to Google Search Console MCP, which is free. So if this is your first time running this setup, it is basically free, but for ongoing use, it will probably cost you a small amount of money, mainly for the Data for SEO MCP. Now let me explain the mechanics of how we are going to identify which parts of the content to update or add. We're going to use a skill like this. It is an entire workflow we want Claude to follow. And this is how the skill works. When you tell Claude you want to update a specific page URL, it will first use the tools from Google Search Console MCP to extract all the keywords with meaningful impressions that the particular page is ranking for. And then Claude will group all ranked keywords into their underlying search intents. For example, YouTube CPM per niche, YouTube CPM by niche, YouTube CPM by category. They all have the same search intent, though they are different keywords. Then best niches for YouTube, best niche for YouTube, best YouTube niches all have the same search intent, and hence they are all grouped together as well. And then with the group keywords, Claude will pick one keyword from each group with the most impressions to do live search to identify the top 3 competitor pages. With those pages found, Claude will understand the core topics the competitor pages cover, the exact search intent they satisfy, for example, commercial versus informational nuance, what the page viewer is actually looking for or wants to do, and the structural reasons why those pages rank at the top. And then Claude will pass each competitor URL to another tool to find all the keywords those competitor pages are ranking for. And then it will visit our target update page to analyze our content and compare it with all the information we have collected from the previous steps. And it will identify specific sections our page needs to update, the missing elements such as the information or keyword context that were left out, and give reasons why the suggested section needs to be updated. Following that, Claude will also create an on-page structural expansion plan and suggest completely new H2 and H3 sections to add to the page, and ensure these new sections will fill the topic gaps found in the earlier steps. So these actions usually takes a marketer a lot of time to execute and will require those expensive SEO tools, but with this setup, everything can be done quickly and it doesn't cost much money. If this is something that piques your interest, let's get right into how to set everything up. Now, I assume that you have set up the Google Search Console MCP and the Data for SEO MCP because I will not be going through that in this video. We have done the setup walkthroughs in these 2 videos. Either way, you can watch this video first and set up later. It is totally up to you. Alright, we are in Claude desktop now, and I just want to show you the connectors I have for this setup. We'll click on my profile, go to settings and connectors, and you will see that I've connected the Data for SEO and the Google Search Console MCPs. For an example, we will use this page from hrgrant.com that is ranking on the 3rd page of Google for this keyword job redesign grant, and this page is competing with many government and high authority sites, and it will be interesting to know what is missing from this page and what can be done to improve it. So on Claude desktop, to be able to perform such a long and complex workflow, normally you would need to paste the entire prompt you saw earlier to the chat. And if we want to audit more pages, we will have to reuse the same set of prompts over and over, which we want to avoid. So we will create a skill instead. Let's hover over our profile and click it, then go to settings, and under the customize section, we will see the skills tab. Let's click on it. By default, Claude already has 2 skills installed. Now we want to add a new skill, so we will hover over to the top right and click add. You can create a skill with Claude by describing your workflow. You can upload a skill if you have created it elsewhere. And if you have the paid version of Claude, you will see another option to upload a screen recording. But for us, since our skill is in this Google document, we will go back to Claude Desktop and select Write Skill Instructions. Let's give this skill a name so that we can call on a skill later on. Say RM Page Level Audit. The name cannot have any spaces, so we will use dashes to replace the spaces. Now for description, let's visit the skill, copy this, back to Claude, and paste it here. And finally, the instructions. Let's go back to the skills template, highlight this long instructions and copy it, and then paste it in the instructions field, and we are done. Let's click create, and the page level audit skill is created. All right, now let's test the skill. To call on the skill, let's hit slash and search for it, and we will see the skill right here. Let's write analyze and paste the page we need to audit, and that's it. Let's run this. Give it a while, and it will ask for permissions to access your Google Search Console data. Let's give it access. And then going through the workflow, later on, Claude will ask for permissions to access data for SEO MCP, which it is asking now. Let's give it access. And it will do so a couple more times because it needs to use multiple tools from the MCP. So let's give them the access. So let's put the report and the page side by side so that we can analyze them properly. Alright, the report says that there are 22 queries ranking for the page, and only the keyword job redesign grant clears the 100 impressions threshold that we set in the skills. For low traffic sites, you can adjust the skill accordingly. For example, on step 1, I've added the impressions as more than 100. So if your site or page has low traffic, like the current page that we are working on, you can reduce this threshold. Anyway, the report says that it centers around the job redesign grant term, and the remaining queries are used as supporting context. Let's scroll further. The report highlights that the page does not have a click-through rate issue because we ask it to do click-through rate audit in step 2. It says that it is not a title and meta problem yet, but it is a ranking problem. So fixing the click-through rate alone won't move the needle until the position improves. This makes total sense. It then justifies the page is stuck at position 23 because the keyword job redesign grant is intent ambiguous, meaning the search term has unclear underlying goal. Does the user want to learn, compare options, or buy something? The intent is not clear, and the query splits across these two government schemes. The good thing about this is that Claude understands the background of this page and does not use government sites as competitors. Instead, it chose private consultancy competitors that outranks the page, which is what this website is about. It highlights why those competitor pages are stronger than our page in question. Like the competitor page has name, author, and bio, and a visible publish or updated date. If we visit the competitor's page, we can see the author and the publish or updated date right at the top. This is a good SEO practice that we should follow, which if you look at the page we are auditing and scroll through, you do not see any name, author, or publish or updated date. The competitor page has an FAQ block, a comparison table between two different grants. If we go to the competitor page, we will see the comparison table. And if we look at our audited page, you will see that we have a comparison table as well, but it is between the old and the new grant. I think a comparison table between two active grants has more appeal than comparing what's old and new. Plus, there are external links or outbound links from the page to the official government website, which we cannot find anywhere on our audited page. External links to credible sources is important in SEO because imagine two pages that targets the same keyword and all else remain the same. One links you to a credible source and the other links you to a low quality source or do not link at all. If you are Google, who would you choose to rank higher? It will be the one that links you to a credible website, right? So it is the same thing here. Our page lacks external links to credible sources. And then for the next competitor, it has an anchor nav landing page, which if we visit the page, it has a navigation bar that works as a table of contents. And then the report also says that they have a visible phone number and benefits-led framing that is distinct from generic feature lists, which you can find on this part of the page. So you see, Claude helps our page identify items that are missing so that we can improve our page and rank better. Following that, Claude tells us which parts of our content needs to be updated and the reason why they should be updated, like adding the direct query match phrase in the H1 title, add external links to government pages, add an FAQ block, include client case studies, as well as including a name author with a visible publish or updated date. Together with the new opportunities audit, like clearly defining the search intent at the top and others. And as you read through the reports, if you think your page is not targeting the right audience, for example, in this case, we are competing with government sites for an informational intent, which does nothing for our business, we can pivot. Like asking, since the intent is ambiguous, we ask Claude to find keywords where businesses want to engage someone to help with getting the grant, which aligns with the services that the site provides. And Claude has found many useful keywords with search volume that can actually grow the business. It is all about matching the right keyword intent with the intent of the page. Try this yourself and see if it works for your business. And I know right now it is just identifying the opportunities for updating. We are experimenting on the actual content creation, and we will not share anything until we have something concrete. And this workflow is not a complete SEO audit for the page. Internal linking is also important for a page to rank well, and that's why we at RankMath are working on our MCP to provide an internal linking audit too, so that you can have a complete SEO audit to update your content. But for now, you can still get internal linking suggestions using our AI Link Genius tool. Once you have updated the page, you can visit your WordPress backend, click on the RankMaths tab, scroll down and click on Link Opportunities. And here you can ask AI Link Genius to find internal link suggestions for you. Give it a while, and here is a list of internal links you can add to the page. Simply click on it, and the link will be added to the page. So give us some time, and these actions like link suggestions and adding internal links can be done directly in Claude, Codex, or any AI clients that have access to our RankMath MCP. So stay tuned. I encourage you to explore creating your own workflows and skills to identify opportunities specific to your business and pages. And if you have some prompts or skills you would like to share, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And smash the thumbs up if this video helped. Our channel is all about helping you grow your brand. And if you haven't watched this video to connect Claude with Google Search Console MCP, please do so and subscribe to us for more helpful SEO workflows. This is Jack from RankMath. I'll see you in the next video.